There's a heart when a heart can be broken. In the words of Tina Turner, who I love and adore, what love got to do with any of this mess, child? And like all these couples that's on this show did not marry for love, but they married for a visa. Okay, that's what it looks like to me. And everybody, marriage is falling apart. I agree with Tammy. There are some spoiled brats on this show, but it is not Asuelu. Okay, we about to get into this review, and we're going to start with Elizabeth and Andrei. Child, I feel like all this family drama is the father's fault. Chuck, that's right. It is your fault that your family is falling apart because you are allowing this and not setting boundaries, okay, between your children and your son-in-law. And I feel like Chuck is playing both sides. I feel like he is telling Andrei one thing and doing another with his children. It is vice versa. He is telling his children one thing and doing another with Andrei. Now, the siblings and son-in-law is feuding because Chuck's children are like 10 years old. Even though they're an adult, they acting like 10-year-old. This is Andrei. This is Andrei. He's like, Papa-in-law, they won't let me play. They won't let me play. I like, Chuck's children is like, Papa, Andrei is pushing us out. Andrei is pushing us out. They all sound like a bunch of children. They are feuding because Andrei feel like they don't want to let him into the family. And Elizabeth's siblings think they getting pushed out by Andrei. Yo, I cannot with them. And I do blame Chuck for all of this. This is your fault. And I feel like Chuck's children are entitled brats because they grew up with money. And I feel like that's how Chuck raised his children. Elizabeth's sister believes Andrei is coming in and being manipulated because Andrei asked for $100,000 loan. And the father felt like, how is he being manipulated if it's a loan? He said he had a choice to say yes or no. And I agree with Chuck. And I said, Chuck, if you want to know if you being manipulated by Andrei, have he paid back that loan? Because when you get a loan, you still got to pay it back. Did he make any payments on the loan? And if he did not, you know you being used, okay? Okay? And I don't understand why Elizabeth's sister do not want Andrei to work in the family business. He is part of the family. Let this man get money. I like, long as he taking care of his wife and his daughter, what does it matter if he's working somewhere else? Let him be part of the family business. Y'all all could get money. Like, it's enough room for everybody to get money, if you ask me. But it's like, one wanna feel like, I feel like the children is feeling like Chuck is giving more attention to Andrei than them since they've been in the picture. Elizabeth believes their family has been dysfunctional from the beginning. I think everybody got dysfunction in their family. Nobody's family is perfect. Okay? Not even mine. So, they talks about the fight with Andrei and Charlie. The day he arrived. And Charlie is like, call the cops. Call the cops. Yo. These people had me rolling. First of all, Charlie started everything. Charlie started everything. Cause who just comes into somebody's home and just say call the cops? What is that? What is that? You just asking for trouble. And I feel like Andrei and Charlie do not get along because they are the same. I feel like Elizabeth married her brother in some kind of way because Andrei and Charlie have the same personality. They both headstrong. They don't want nobody telling them what to do. They don't want nobody on their turf. And I feel like Andrei is in the wrong with Elizabeth. Because Elizabeth needs help with the child. And Andrei don't understand why Elizabeth need a nanny if she's a stay-at-home mom. We need to cut this out right now. I'm tired of this back and forth between working moms and stay-at-home moms. Whether you work or you're a stay-at-home mom, if you need extra help, get the extra help you need to help release the stress off you and raising your children. Bad enough, moms have a lot on their plate. How about we just come together? If you see a mom struggling, ask them, do they want your help? If not, give them a suggestion. Ask them, do they want a suggestion of what they could do to help better their situation? And I feel like a father, a husband, if your wife is stressed, you should do whatever you can to relieve that stress off of them until they feel like they're okay to handle it themselves. She married a character of her brother. They think Charlie is an alcoholic. Andrei don't want to apologize because he feels he have no reason to apologize. And Chuck want them to mend it. I say, if all Chuck want to do for his kids to act like they grown, tell them he going to cut them out their will. I bet you they going to start acting right towards each other. Tell them you're going to take them out the way. I bet you they're going to be smooching, getting along, and kikiing. Even if they don't want to. They like children. So have you ever asked your child to do something and your child didn't want to do it? They be like, no, Mom, I don't want to do it. And then a few minutes later, they come to you like, Mom, I want this, I want that. And you be like, I asked you to do something, you didn't want to do nothing for me. So now, in return, you want money, huh? So you need something from me. Well, I would tell you, I kind of can't do it for you. Whatever you want. And watch, they going to storm off and get angry. That is his children right there. Those are his kids right there. All he got to do is dangle money and tell them like he's going to take away money from them. Watch they see them start acting right. And Chuck felt hurt when he heard his children saying that they was going to start a business and become competition against their father. He felt really hurt by that. And the sister said she didn't mean it. And this is why you should never talk out of anger, because you really don't want to hurt people's feelings. Some people say mean things while they angry and probably doesn't mean it. And you don't want that person to get a hold of that information. Like, come on now. I know they was angry and they was probably talking out of spite. Yes, it happens, okay? We all does that. This is why you should not talk out of anger. And the fight between Charlie and Andrei was bound to happen because they had tension. And Giovanni chimes in and says that. He says it was bound to happen because that tension was building up since the beginning. That Andrei became a part of Elizabeth's life. And sometimes, as a parent, you got to let your children fight so they can get it out the system. It's not an okay thing, but sometimes it is what it is. What can you do? As long as nobody grabbing weapons, we all good. What I say about Elizabeth and Andrei relationship, I feel like Andrei needs to listen to his wife a little bit more. And he needs to come down on this tough, macho ego he has, because he didn't want to apologize to Charlie. On the behalf of your wife and your child, you should have made it right with Charlie. He should have made a olive branch towards Charlie like, hey, let's dead this. Let's move past this. Let's work as a family and let's get to know each other. Because a lot of times people become enemies and then they become the best of friends later. I don't know why it works that way, but it works that way. And I have seen this plenty of times. People become arch enemies and become the best of friends. So I hope that's what would happen between Andrei and Charlie, because they both have the same freaking personality at the end of the day. Why people want to marry somebody that have the same personality as their sibling, I have no freaking idea. I know somebody has the same personality as my family member. Let me tell you, I'm running the other direction. Have you ever seen somebody that had the same personality as you? It's really scary. It's really scary to see a reflection of yourself. Oh my God. You be like, that's how I act. You like, that's how I act. Oh my God. That's not cute. That's not cute. You like, that's not cute. So we have Yara and Giovanni. Ooh. Giovanni is so disrespectful, honey. What could be the breakup of their marriage is Giovanni disrespect. Honey, did you know that it was Yara anniversary when he took Yara to the strip club? I said, oh no he didn't. I said, oh no he didn't. I did not know that. For her anniversary, he took her to the strip club. I was like, what? What? What was you thinking? What was you thinking? Okay, yo, I cannot. And Giovanni is a first-time father, and this is his first marriage. I believe at the end of the day, he wanna have a good time and go to the strip club. I said there's nothing wrong with going to the strip club, but if this is your anniversary, you should have did that on your time. At the end of the day, Giovanni's job was to make his wife feel special. She just gave birth to your child, okay? You want to make your wife feel as special and loved as possible. You were supposed to romance her and dine her and encourage her and motivate her to be the best that she could be. And it didn't go that way. I see why Yara slapped Giovanni, but let me tell you, we need to keep our hands to ourselves at the end of the day. Because what if Giovanni would have slapped Yara back? It would have been a disaster. Andrei was like, is that a U.S. thing? That, oh, what is this with the strip clubs? I was like, first of all, foreigners go to strip clubs too. There's strip clubs and overseas too. Don't make it seem like it's a U.S. thing. Yes, a lot of people in the U.S. like to go to strip clubs. You have some women that do go to strip clubs with their husband, but it won't be me. Okay? I like for my anniversary, you supposed to be spending all your attention on me, not another woman. Okay? Alright? I don't mind you doing that on your time. Okay? If you want to go to the strip club, you make sure your household and your woman is good first. And then you do your extra activity at the strip club. Long as you're not partaking in that fruit at the strip club. Because I heard some stories about the strip club. It be getting popping. They be getting popping and indulging in extra activities besides watching the strippers dance, okay? I heard it be going down at the strip club. Yeah. That you don't want to do. If you want a good look and exert, that's fine. Do what you gotta do. As long as you're not spending $5,000 on the club either. That's not what we gonna do either. But see, Yara is better than me because I would have ghosted my husband and spent time with myself on my own anniversary. I would have ghosted Giovanni. And I would have went to a nice Italian restaurant. I would have had fine dining. I would have had a spa treatment. I would have gifted myself with the finest jewelry that you could even imagine. And I would have gifted that stuff to me. And let me tell you, we would have had this conversation in private how I felt about taking me to the strip club on my anniversary. Giovanni mother agrees he was wrong for that and he needs to grow up and become a better husband and father to his family. And I do agree with his mom. His mom hit the head on the nail with that. I agree with that, mom. I was like, you so right. You so right. You right. Giovanni got married and had a child. It happened so fast. And he still want to play in these streets. Like, what we doing? We got a family now. Family should be number one priority. And the secret is, Yara might be pregnant with her second child. She haven't gotten her menstrual cycle in 2 months. And Elizabeth says that it's not that you might not be pregnant. It could be a lot of factors why you didn't get your menstrual cycle. First of all, if I'm not getting my menstrual cycle, I'm definitely going to be taking a test to see if I'm pregnant. Why are they waiting so long? They waiting so long because they scared of the results that it might be positive. And they both dreaded that they don't want to be pregnant. They both is dreading the second baby. Because financially, it's going to be tough. And it's going to be more stress on Yara. And Yara may have to go back to Ukraine. Because she need help with the 2 kids. Because Giovanni is not stepping up. So helping with the children as well. Child. Let's get into Kalani and Asuelu, the family drama, child. Tammy is a character, okay? She had me rolling. Yo, Tammy is funny as hell. I'm sorry, she funny. And let me tell you, she is the pop-off queen of Samoa, okay? Please do not talk to Tammy mother and do not look at Tammy mother, because let me tell you, Tammy is going to pop off on you. She don't care who you are. Let me tell you, Yara try to intervene and give her opinion. Yeah, Tammy is like, don't come for me. Don't come for me. You don't know me. You don't know me. She said, I come after you. You don't know me. You don't know what the hell you talking about. Mind your business. Yeah. I bet Yara is not the one to be played with. Y'all be sleeping on these foreigners. These foreigners be getting down in the fighting business, honey. Y'all better stop playing. Stop sleeping on these foreigners. They get down what they get down just like the rest of anybody else. I say, Asuelu family comes with a lot of drama. They comes with a lot of drama and it is hard to handle sometimes. I feel like Kalani and her family is not a problematic people. They don't like a lot of drama. And I feel like Asuelu family, mom and sister brings a lot of drama to Kalani's family. Tammy is with all the smoke and be bringing all the smoke whichever way she want to bring it, okay? And I feel like that's not necessary because Kalani don't want problems with Tammy, and Tammy is just keep flying off the handle. A lot of people is not out here about all the drama all the time, alright? And want to live drama free. But how can you live drama free when your husband's family is bringing all the drama? And Asuelu, sister and mom had Kalani in tears. Because she feel like she being pressured by Asuelu to go to her Samoa to live there so they can live like in the Stone Ages. She cook, clean around the house, and he go hunt. I thought that was so funny. So we reverting back to the Stone Ages. And I said it's not a good idea that Asuelu move Kalani to a Samoa. I think she should stay in the United States. If you feel like a spouse is trying to separate you from your family, it's not a good idea. Because if they doing this to you in the United States, they going to do it 10 times worse when you get to their country. And the part where Andrei is saying is like, let's push Elizabeth family out and let's get money. Yo, that was crazy. That was crazy. Yeah, like, what is she talking about? Why is Andrei want to isolate Elizabeth from her siblings? I don't like that. I don't like that. I don't like ex-siders trying to interrupt people's family dynamics, even though it was not close or not. Still, I don't like that. And I would side-eye people like that. Why you saying that? I'll be side-eyeing you. Why you saying that? You want to push my family out. I feel like people that want to isolate you away from your family, they just want to be abusive to you and manipulative and stuff like that. And I don't like that. They just want to control you and stuff like that. Asuelu was trying to explain why he tackled and dragged his mom and sister out the house. I thought that was terrible. Okay? Nobody should be saying why you don't find another wife. In front of the wife? Yo, that's crazy and wild. I feel like Asuelu, sister and mom think they could say anything to anybody and nobody can't say anything to them. I don't know, because Tammy is the pop-off queen, honey, because she love popping off, alright? But as adults, nobody is trying to go down that road, okay? Nobody gonna be fighting as they get older, okay? Can we resolve our issues in an adult manner without fighting? And Tammy was explaining why she popped off and got up. She like, you talking to my mom. You talking to my mom. And Kalani's sister intervened. She was like, yeah. Basically, I intervened because you and your mom was basically jumping on my sister's throat about having a child. And I'm not going to sit there and allow you to attack my sister. So I intervened like y'all two was jumping on my sister verbally, okay? And Tammy is not understanding that. Like, yeah, what is going on with her? Tammy is something else. Have you ever heard this saying? Your mom said, I can't wait until you have children so you can experience the things that you put me through. Yo, I cannot wait until Tammy children get married and they find spouses that put Tammy through the same thing they putting Kalani through. She is not gonna like it. She is not gonna like it. And at the end of the day, Tammy is a stone cold gangster, yo. Because Asuelu was trying to explain he already have 2 kids. They don't need no more. And she's like, as you get old, who's going to take care of you? Because it sure won't be me. Yeah. That was so cool. I cannot believe she said that. I like, you not going to take care of your brother when he gets old. But yet you want him to send money to you and his mom all the time. That is crazy. And let me tell you, my wallet will be closed up after she said that. I like, you can't ask me for no more money for anything after she said that, honey. I believe taking care of your family, if they cannot take care of themselves and they're not able to. Some people might disagree. It's to each his own. At the end of the day, no matter what you're going through, you still got to be there for your family. So she is willing to leave Asuelu stranded as he get old. I cannot. If he cannot take care of himself. Wow. I thought that was crazy. I know after she said that, my wallet would have been closed up. You cannot ask me for not a dime ever in life. Bet on that. And take that straight to the bank. The mom want Asuelu to apologize. I feel like Asuelu don't need to apologize. He did nothing wrong, but whatever. I feel like Tammy need to apologize, but Tammy feel like she don't need to apologize because she did nothing wrong. Wow. I said Tammy is crazy. On a real. At the end of the day, this show is excellent. This show is good. But what is marriage for? What are we getting married for? What is the end goal result of our marriage? I feel like a spouse is supposed to bring out the better in you, not the worst in you. If you see your marriage not growing and it's taking a turn for the worse, I said you gotta body that relationship. Not the person, the relationship. You gotta be like ex-men and exit out that relationship on God. Because if your spouse is that person, that loving and caring about you, that person is supposed to bring out the best qualities in you. You want to improve and do better. You like, yo, my spouse is so amazing. Yo, he or she makes me want to do this. He or she makes me want to do that. and they are bringing out the best in you. I say if your marriage is failing, try to make it work. Do all you can to see if you have made it work. If it can't work, you gotta cut your losses at the end of the day. That does not mean you're a failure. It just means that was not the right partner for you. Don't never think the grass is not greener on the other side, because the grass is always greener on the other side. You just gotta find that right spouse that is compatible for you. There is love. True love do exist at the end of the day. I'm going to say this. My mother did not create me to be no one's emotional and physical punching bag. If you want to work out your stress and you dealing with stuff, I ask you to go see a therapist or go to a gym and work that out between you and your frustrations on how you work it out. I'm not supposed to be nobody's mama's abuse toy, and I'm not going to put up with it. So if your mama is abusive and want to put people down, it's best that you keep your mother away from me. I would never keep a man away from their mother. You could see your mother anytime you want, but at the end of the day, there will be no meetings between your mother and I, because I do not disrespect your mother, and I don't plan your mother to disrespect me. That's how I would handle that. Thank you.